Hey everybody, it's Bubbly4041 and I'm back with my next YouTube video. In this video I'm going to go over my recent photo show results for the Mitten Model Horses photo show series. It was their kind of winter photo show and the first photo show that they hosted. Mitten Model Horses is a YouTube channel on YouTube. You can also find them on Instagram. I think it's Emma and Hannah, I think is their first names, that are part of the channel. They're pretty prominent people in the model horse hobby on social media, Instagram, YouTube, that kind of thing. And I was very excited and happy to be able to take part in their photo show and make it a really good event. It turned out really well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you my results from this show. There was a lot of competition. It was a very tough photo show, and it was judged and hosted by both Emma and Hannah. So I'm going to go through with my lowest results and obviously work up to the big results. I am going to tell you the horse's name, their placing, what class they were in, and how many horses were in the class. So let's get started. So my first four placings are these 6 places, and excuse my reach, but on the far left here we have On the Wing, and he placed a 6th place in the mini OF mini division Arabian class, and that was out of 53 entries, so that's pretty good. Like I said, very competitive classes and pretty competitive class sizes as well. And then we have my next 6th place going to Mountain Time there, that little stablemate pony. She was in the OF Mini UK pony class, and she got 6th place out of 62 entries. And then moving on there is Dust Bunny. She was also obviously in the OF Mini division, and she placed a 6th place in the other gated class out of 12 entries. And then we have this guy. This is my Peter Stone Pebbles Arabian. This is Princeton, and he got a 6th place also in the OF Mini. It was both for Breyer and Stone combined, and he got a 6th place in the American Pony class out of 30 entries. So that is him. Now moving on to the 5th places. Over here we have Mr. Blazing Comet. He was in just the big OF Breyer, and then there was OF Breyer like traditional classic, and then OF Stone traditional. So he was in the OF Breyer traditional classic and division, and he got a 5th place in the Pony Foals class, and that was out of 47 entries. And then we have this girl. This is my Breyer Valvella. She placed a 5th place in collectability. It was something along the lines of like 500 to 1,000 or something like that made. So that's Galaxy Girl's her name, and she got a 5th place in collectability, and that was, actually I didn't write down how many entries that was out of, so that is her. And then we have this girl. This is Twist and Shout, and she's one of my OF Stone weanlings. She got a 5th place in the OF Stone traditional stock bulls class, and that was out of, let me see if I wrote it down. 15 entries. 15 entries. Had to skip a line. So that is her. And then above her is my newest Stone edition. This is my Stone one-of-a-kind Palouse. I called her Broadway Baby, but in this show she was named New York Minute, and she got a 5th place in the OF Traditional Stone Other Sport class, and that was out of 9. And then over here we have this guy. This is my big one-of-a-kind standing Stone drafter, and he got a 5th place in the European draft class, I believe. Let me see if I have it around. Yeah, European draft class in the Stone Traditional, and that was out of 8 entries. So that is him. And that was it for my 5th places. I did only get 2 4th places. So first we have my Stone Design Horse Tennessee Walking Horse. This is Ambulare. He got a 4th place out of the Stone Tennessee Walking Horse class. And let me see how many entries that was out of. 9. Only 9 entries. The Stone classes were definitely had less entries than the Breyer classes, but that's to be expected. And then we have this girl. This is Strawberry Fields, and she got a 4th place in the Breyer Other Sport class, and that was out of 71. So she got a 4th place out of 71, which is pretty good. And now moving on to my 3rd places. Over here we have Breccia. He's my Stone Arabian, and he got obviously a 3rd place in Stone Arabian, and that was out of 25 horses. So pretty happy with him. He always tends to place pretty well, like 3rd and up usually. And then we have this guy. This is Sprite. He's my little little companion donkey. He got a third, and they did end up combining. Originally they had donkeys and mules and stuff separated, but I think they combined them all into one class, and it had 26 entries, so he was just in the Breyer kind of long ears class, and he got a third. And then we have some minis, again, going back to the OF Mini division. So this is Belleville Babe, is what I call her. And she got a third place, and that was in Other Draft, I believe. Yeah, Other Draft out of 13 entries. And then we have this girl, this is Modern Art. She got a third place in, I believe, American Draft? Yep, third in American Draft, and that was out of 29. I had to write down all their placings because there's no way I'm remembering them all. And then my other third place, we have Sephora, and she got a third place in the OF Mini American Saddlebred class, and I think that was out of 40? Yeah, 40. Out of 40 entries, she got a third. So that's pretty good. And then finally was this guy. He's a combination of thirds and a second. So this is my Carlisle. He's a auction model for Breyerfest from 2012. One of my favorites in my collection for sure. And he didn't place as high as he normally does. He actually did not get anything in breed in the Breyer Other Pony class at this show. But he did place a third in the collectability class I had him in, which was Breyer Limited Run, like 2 to 50 or something like that. And he got a third in that. And there was 13 entries in that class. And then he ended up also getting a second. I showed him in one of the jackpot fun classes. It was something about Breyerfest memories, and I kind of shared, or something about Sentimental Horses 2 or something like that. So I kind of shared my memories with him, and he ended up getting a second, and that was out of 19 for just that fun class. So that's good. And now we're going to zoom onto the floor. I have all of my second and first places on the floor, so let me just bring it over there. I'll bring my sheet, and we'll continue down there. So give me just a moment. Alright, so we made it down to the floor here. I'm going to kind of go in like a semicircle around myself. So starting over here with our second places, get my sheet out here as well. So this is on the right, we're going to go right and then continue our way left. So right here is Lavender Sky. She got a second place in the Spanish Foals class in the OF Mini out of 13 entries. And then I think that's the highest she's placed, possibly for me, as the breed I show her as. And then we have Spotted Charm. He's one of the oldest models in my collection. I've had him since the youth show in 2012, and I can only say that of like 2 or 3 models at this point. So he's getting up there for sure. And he actually did place second in the OF Mini Gated Foals class out of 22. So really happy with that. And then we have some more minis here in the second places. We have Paloma. She got a second in the other pony, I think, or European pony, excuse me, in the OF Mini division, and that was out of 29 entries. So pretty happy with that. I'll move it down here so you can see them a little bit better. And then we have this guy. This is Power Play. He's my Andante, is that what he's called? The single day stalemate from Breyerfest 2019. And he got a second place in the Other Draft Breeds class. Not Other Draft, excuse me. All Other Breeds in the OF Mini class, and that was out of 9. He got a second. So pretty happy with that. And then moving on, we have more second places, but this is the big guys. We have really happy and proud with this placing. This is my Ambrose, and he got a second in the Breyer Appaloosa class, and that was out of a whopping 73. Count that, yep, 73 entries in the Breyer Appaloosa class, so that is crazy. And he actually placed well enough, and he got a second, so really happy with that. And then another second place that I was pretty happy with is this guy. This is one of my one-of-a-kind stone draft horses, and he got, my trotting drafter, he got a second place in the stone American draft class, and that was out of 7 entries. And then this little girl right here is my OF Stone Arabian Foal. This is Breath of Heaven, and she got a second place in the OF Stone Light Foals class, and that was out of 12 entries. And another second place I'm pretty happy with that this guy's actually placing is my one-of-a-kind Foundation Quarter Horse. This is Love Story, and he got a second place in the other stock class, and that was out of 10 entries. So at least he didn't come last. He placed pretty well. And he's beautiful. He's a beautiful horse. Love him very much. Now we're going to go on to the first place entries, and then we'll go on to my big winners. I'm going to flip my paper over here and scoot a little bit. So put my paper in front of me so I can see who I'm talking about. So over here we have Tango, and he got a first place in the same class that Power Play was in. It was the all other breeds in the mini division class, and he got first place out of 9. So Power Play got second, and he actually got first, which is pretty cool. And then this is one of the first shows that this guy's had with me, or at least one of the shows that he's placed really well in. This is Cadbury, and he got a first place in the mini Rocky Mountain Horse Missouri Foxtrotter class out of 25 entries. So that's really cool. And then this is, I think, the first show that I showed this guy, I think. This is one of the Still Make Club models for this year. And I call him Drops of Jupiter, and he got a first place in the mini other gated class out of 12 entries. And then we have this guy, really proud of his placing. I have a different kind of breed for him, and he's done okay with it, but this is definitely, I think, the best that he's placed with it. And this is Crown of Shadows, and he got a first in the other light class in the mini division, and that was out of 9. And these are the ribbons. So again, moving on to the bigger guys now. This is Uptown Girl. She got a first in the Stone Other Foals class out of 4 entries. She's a one-of-a-kind Arabian yearling. And then we have this guy. This is Night Fever, Stone Christmas Waltz is his OF Stone name, and he got a first place. He was the only entry. He was in the Stone Carriage class, and Stone doesn't really have a lot of, I mean, their warm blood molds, like their half-passing warm blood mold is kind of broken. They don't put that out a lot anymore. They don't have any specific Frisian molds, that kind of thing. So he was a loner in his Stone Carriage class, but he got a first anyway, so happy with that. And his name's Night Fever. I don't know if I said that, so I call him Night Fever. And then really happy with this guy. The past couple of photo shows I have shown him in, he has gotten a first and, you know, some other big placings. So this is Frosted. He's a customized Stone Thoroughbred, and I showed him in the Stone Other Gated class. There was only 3 entries, but he still managed to pull a first. So really happy with that. And then we have this guy. This is Take a Chance. He's my Glossy Verdades. Verdades? I don't know if that's how you say his name or not. I showed him in an immense class. This was probably, I didn't check all of the amounts of horses that were in the classes, but this was definitely one of the biggest, and it was the OF Breyer Warmblood Sport Horse Solid class. So they split it up between like solid and then colored, patterned, whatever you want to call it. And he got a first place out of 99 entries. That's almost 100 horses, guys. It's crazy. So really, really happy with him. I won't say it's a unique breed, but a breed for him that I think fits really well. So I was really pleased with that placing for him. And that's the end of my just first places. The next horses I'm going to show you did win some other kind of title, so we'll move on to them next. I'll just scoot over here. Alright, so these are my big winners over here. I did get some pretty good placings in the Stone division. So this is, starting off, this is Sparks Will Fly. He's a Stone American Saddlebred in a really kind of nice chestnut color. He's looking more red on the camera here than he is in real life, but really nice bright chestnut color. He got a first place in the Stone American Saddlebred class. That was out of 11 horses. And then he went on to get, I gotta reach over to grab some things here. He went on to get the reserve champion of the Stone gated division itself. So got a first place in the Stone American Saddlebred class out of 11, and then he went on to get Stone Reserve champion in just the gated section, the gated division. And then this guy is Ferrero. He's a one-of-a-kind Stone and Illusion. And I don't know if I can show it to you, but he's really nicely shaded, really dark, kind of sooty buckskin. He looks sooty buckskin to me, like really, really dark, but I think he's described as a bay. Anyway, I show him as a Lusitano, and so he got a first place in the Stone Lusitano class. There was only four entries. So not a lot of entries, but he still managed to pull a first. And on top of that, he got another reserve champion for me, and he got a reserve champion of the Stone Spanish section. So really pleased with that. And then we have this guy, and this guy's funny because he, in live shows, has only ever gotten a third as his highest placing in live shows that I've taken him to. But then in photo shows, he's been killing it. He's been doing really, really good. And he continued that streak, and he got another first place for this show out of the Stone Morgan class. And that was out of 14? Yeah, 14 entries. He got a first. So really pleased with that. He's a lovely horse. I wish he would place better at live shows, but photo shows, he just comes across really well, I guess. And on top of that, he also pulled another reserve champion, and he got a reserve champion for the Stone light section. So I got 3 first places and then 3 sectional reserve champions for light, gated, and Spanish in the Stone division. So really pleased with that. And then actually, kind of surprising, my biggest winners of the show was in the OF mini division. And I'm really happy with that because I definitely have been expanding my mini collection over the past year or two. So this is Cityscape. That's what I call her. Let's see if I can modify my grip here a little bit. And she got a first place in the same class as Take a Chance, but in the mini division. So it was the mini solid warm blood sport horse class, and that had 69 entries in it, which is still crazy. I mean, that's still a huge amount of entries. And so she got a first place out of 69 entries in that class. And then she actually went on to get my first sectional champ, so not a reserve, but she actually got the sectional champion for the mini sport section, the mini sport division. So really pleased with that. And then really surprised me, my biggest winner of the show was this guy. This is .com, that's what I call him. He's one of the 2020, he's Claus, I think he was the 2020 like first stalemaid model for 2020, and really, really lovely guy. I like this mold a lot, and I like the leopard Appaloosa color and everything. And I found kind of an interesting breed for him, and it doesn't always work, but they definitely liked it in this show because he got a first in the other pony class, and that was out of 22 entries. So he got a first in that class. I'll go kind of more close to him here. He got a first in that class, and then he matched Cityscape, and he got a champion in the mini pony section. The OF mini pony section, he got a champion. And then he actually went on to get, I think this is only my second ever, like, overall divisional section title, you know what I mean? So he actually went on to get the champion of the entire mini division. So out of all the light, the sport, you know, the draft, whatever, gated, all of those sections in the pony, he went on to get the champion of the entire OF mini Stone Briar division, which was really, really awesome. They did pull overalls from all of the divisions for the entire show, which was crazy. And I remember one of those horses was Briar Crazy for sure's horse. It was one of her Leap of Faith or whatever his name was. It was the black and white Tobiano Pinto on the jumping guy mold. I don't remember what his name is right now. He got like reserve, and then overall was someone else, and I can't exactly remember who, but he got just the overall champion of the mini division, which is awesome. So again, I'm really doing well in photo shows. I've never gotten an overall title at a live show yet, so that's definitely something to get off my bucket list, but I'm doing really well in these photo shows. So he's either my second or third time getting an overall title with a photo show. So really, really pleased with that. And I will do just a quick overview for you guys of all my placings. So let me do that real quick. I will have more photo show placings out very soon, and as well as a collection tour and maybe some other videos as well. So here's all of my big placings. do kind of a spin here. And then we have, of course, all of the guys on the bed as well. So I do have more photo show result videos coming. I'll probably film them today as well. And those will be coming out soon, as well as a collection tour and some other videos as well. As always, if you guys have video collection or, not video collections, video suggestions and ideas, comment them down below. I always appreciate having your comments on my videos. And I really hope that this year, you know, turns a new leaf for you guys and really, you know, your collection really grows, or you reach a goal that you were wanting to obtain. And I just send really good wishes to all of you guys for this year, and I hope that this whole pandemic mess can get over with soon, because I know we are all itching to go back out to live shows and everything and see our friends again. So let's cross our fingers for that, and my best wishes to you guys in the coming week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.